Let's go to Pittsburgh, and when TJ Watt talks defense, I pay attention. Here are some of his thoughts about the defense this year. Quote, I think it's still too early to have a true sense of this is the year because they always say you don't want to be the guy who's just crushing it with no pads on. You don't really know the personality of everybody yet. So it's too early for that, but I'm very encouraged with the direction we're going, especially on the defensive side of the ball, which is what I can speak for. Guys are flying around, having a lot of fun, communicating, and making a lot of those splash plays, and that's all you can really ask for this time of the year, end quote. Here's Patrick Peterson, who added, quote, I do, and what it's going to come down to is we have all the pieces that we need on defense. We know defense wins championships. We have talent across the board on the offensive side of the ball. You know it's all going to come down to how well Kenny can play and can he put the ball where it needs to go. I believe he is a guy that we can rely on, a guy that we can count on. Now it's all going to fall on him if he can go out there and show us what he's capable of doing, end quote. All right, so the question is, could this be a Super Bowl winning defense? Peterson seems to think so, and a healthy TJ Watt is further removed. TJ Watt is healthy and removed, of course, from that torn pec from last year. Alex Highsmith, other side, he had 14.5 sacks last season. Secondary is going to add not just Peterson, but also second-round pick Joey Porter Jr., All-Pro Minkah Patrick returns at safety as well. So a lot of confidence from two of the respected veterans on that defense, Mina, but do you have as much confidence they can carry this team this year?
Well, I think that they'll be a good unit, Field. I thought they actually held up reasonably well, despite the fact they didn't have TJ Watt as one of the best players in the NFL for a good chunk of last season. Alex Highsmith, you mentioned, really emerged as a true bookend at pass rusher. So this should be one of the more formidable fronts, yes, in football. And I think in the secondary, that combination of experience with Peterson and then the youth with Joey Porter Jr. also really looks good. My concern is one that, frankly, has been a concern with Pittsburgh ever since the retirement of Ryan Shazier, and that's at linebacker, because looking at that depth chart, that's what stands out to me, the very middle of the defense as continuing to be an issue, both potentially in run defense and in coverage. You got Cole Holcomb and Landon Roberts coming in as free agents. And if I was an offense playing this team, that is what I would look to attack in the pass game as well as running the football. So I think that could be a potential pitfall for an otherwise very good unit.
Marcus, let's talk offense now after those thoughts from Mina on the defense, because what does it come down to for this Pittsburgh team? I'm not talking about just like Kenny Pickett being good enough to win, but Kenny Pickett being the reason the Steelers win. How do they get to that point?
Yeah, I think first it starts with him and Matt Canada and how they want to operate offensively. Obviously, Kenny Pickett I think he doesn't get enough credit for his athleticism. Matt Canada, we know, likes to use motion and get defenses kind of find clues and figure out things. But sometimes, like, Kenny Pickett just plays straight up quarterback, and he was solid. Right? Like getting your feet under you and dealing with trying to come in and take over after a legend leaves. He made some really good plays. Now it's about depending on Deontay Johnson. And I'm obviously, hopefully that Pickens can step up and emerge as your number one guy. But I want to see how he is deployed. I want to see how Kenny Pickett, where the confidence level is to allow him. Remember, we were having a conversation about the Pittsburgh Steelers and they wouldn't push the ball downfield, and whether it was Mitch Trubisky being worried about doing it or if it was just something that offensively they weren't trying to have as an identity. I think this year you got to open this thing up. I like this defense, like MK said, but we know in this day and age in the NFL, if you can't find times to be prolific offensively, you probably got no shot at being able to do what you plan on doing, especially with Lamar Jackson and seeing if Deshaun Watson is going to emerge in that division as well, and Joe Burrow goes without question.
Yeah, and Swagger, they got to find a way to get their best receiver, Deontay Johnson, in the end zone. He had an historic year last year with the most catches ever without a single touchdown reception for the season. If you had him in fantasy football, you can feel the pain. You hear my voice right now.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.